Oh, I'm sorry. I'm back.
You're jumping way ahead of me. We didn't even get to finish having the conversation about Kikuchi and the Angels.
They are not already.
You're pissing me off already. We got a long time to be doing this still.
Hit it.
Welcome to the Coach's Sons podcast. My name is Andrew.
And I'm Chris.
And ladies and gentlemen, it is November 25th. It is the week of Thanksgiving. Chris, I hear you have a road trip coming up.
I do. This time tomorrow, we are going to be driving from South Carolina to Scranton, PA. We'll get in around 2, 3 in the morning.
That is late.
But guess what? This time tomorrow, this episode will be on my phone. So I'll be listening to it in my travels.
You'll be one of our listeners.
I could listen to it about 11 times.
We'll see how long this goes.
Yeah,
it might be 10 times.
Let's say 10.
We'll see what happens. But for those of you who are listening during your road trip, thank you so much. And hopefully we can make your trip a little more bearable. And good luck with your family. Eat lots of turkey. Watch football. Just have a great time. So before we jump into it, we want to talk about a brand new partnership. Year 2, we said we're going to try to make some moves, and we have figured at least something out. So Chinook Seedery is a sunflower seed company that is trying to change the game, and we're excited to be their ambassadors. So what you can do is you can go check out Chinook Seedery, put in our code at checkout, Coaches Sons Pod. Again, one word, Coaches Sons Pod. Lots of S's in there, but we're going to put it out.
We tried to avoid it.
We did the best
work.
we could, but we're going to put it out there on social media. Please give it a try. Do know it is Black Friday. You can't double up, but the Black Friday sale's better than ours. You'll get 10% off going forward after Black Friday, but right now, Black Friday sale is 20%. So go take advantage of it while you can. They're all natural. They're not full of sodium like David's sunflower seeds. We're really excited to be a part of this team. We met Matt. This guy used to pitch in college, used to coach in college. He knows baseball. We're going to have him on the podcast at some point too. We're just really excited.
Yeah, this is awesome. We met with Matt last week, kind of get everything pushed through. But they are the official sponsor or official sunflower seed, of Division I baseball, Division I softball, and USA baseball.
USA baseball, let's go.
They did just present the Golden Spikes Award to Charlie Condon down in Georgia at halftime of the Georgia-Tennessee game.
Just make sure everyone who doesn't follow college baseball, that's the Heisman of college baseball. That's a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
And they are
they were there at halftime presenting it to Charlie. So again, awesome people, awesome company, and it is. We pronounce it Chinook, but it's spelled Chin-ook, CHINOOK, Seedery.com. Promo code Coaches Sons Pod. Give them a try. You'll hear a lot more about them from us going forward. But this is just the intro. So happy to be partnered with them, but let's get into the podcast.
Absolutely. So here's the deal, folks. Obviously, off-season started. Nothing gigantic has happened, but there's been some things that have. The Angels are, going broke. They're getting all the best players. Just kidding. They are doing things. The Angels are making noise. Chris, are the Angels the Royals of 2025?
I will. I don't think my. We
can't do this again.
My hubris will allow.
We can't do this again. We can't write them off. We cannot write them off. We did it with the Royals.
I could somehow be more confident that the Angels will be bad than I was the Royals, and I was pretty fucking confident in the Royals.
I mean, if Trout can come back, play all year, and have a Bobby Witt type season, which is weird to say.
Let's back up.
If Kikuchi,
I was just going to say, you didn't even tell anybody what this latest deal was.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead. Go with the latest deal.
You say Kikuchi signs for 3 years. I believe it was 60, let's say 60 plus million. It's like 62 or 63. Okay.
Okay, so you just went okay. Remember when the Royals signed Seth Lugo?
I probably had the same reaction.
You know who finished second in Cy Young? It was Lugo. You know who is also got one vote for, I think, third place in Cy Young? Kikuchi. He got a vote. He got a vote in Cy Young. Yes, he did. He did. I just looked at it.
Stop that.
Scooball ran away with it, but there was a bunch of...
He got a fifth place vote.
See, there you go.
Rocks.
He got a vote. That's what matters.
Anyways,
Anyways,
Seth Lugo did finish second.
I'm just saying, it's the Angels are the Royals. I'm going to call it now so that when they do perform well, I look smart. But I also understand why you would not think so. And it's hard for me not to go down the hate like I did last year with the Royals.
So here's my takeaway. Well, yes.
Also, they got Travis d'Arnaud too.
They did. Sure. Okay.
I mean, so like he's a good
I know
piece.
you like him.
Well, he's a great catcher. I mean, he's a good general of the game. Obviously has had some huge at-bats for us. We're going to miss him, but he's getting older. But it is what it is. So like I said, they're the only team that's really done much. I know that the Reds and I'm sorry,
you're jumping way ahead of me. We didn't even get to finish having the goddamn conversation about Kikuchi and the Angels.
They are not already.
You're pissing me off already. We got a long ass time to be doing this still. The Angels signed Kikuchi. Sure, he adds to their rotation. That's fine, but they don't really have much. The Royals have Cole. Okay, great. They have Tyler Anderson. He's like their 3. I think they're still trying to roll out what the hell is his name? Reed Detmer's out there.
Right.
It's not ideal, but one thing I will give credit for, and I think I've said this a bunch, is they spend money, and I can't get mad at that, but man, you could get mad at them just picking the wrong fucking guy every time, man. Yeah. They just can't pick a play. Like, when was the last time they got it right on a big free agent signing?
Shohei Ohtani?
I don't think that counts.
Why does that not count?
Because they fucked that up.
They fucked it up, but they got it right. The question was, did they get it right? Don't roll your eyes at me. I am correct here.
I know, you're being...
I just hit it out of the ballpark. You forget they had Shohei.
Okay, and they did nothing with him.
Well, I mean...
So now Kikuchi's going to bring him to the promised land?
Look, I understand.
Okay.
I'm just saying we can make the argument that we were just as ho-hum about the Royals last year. We shit on the Royals
That's
all
not
year.
An invalid argument. I don't
all
disagree.
year we're like, they're not going to keep doing this. They're not going to keep doing this. And they did. We didn't think Lugo was a big deal. Turned out it was a big deal. We didn't think any of those piecemeal players were a big deal. And it turned out to be, I mean, obviously Witt had a great year too, but one player doesn't carry a team. If that were the case, the Angels would go to the World Series every year because Trout.
Let's get a healthy Trout. I could be on board with that.
Healthy Trout. If Trout's not healthy, this doesn't matter.
You know what? Going back to Chinook, I have to be careful about what we say about the Royals and Bobby Witt Jr. He is I believe, a partial owner, an investor.
Correct.
Something along those lines.
If any of you ever see Bobby, do not play him any of the clips where we talk crap about him or the Royals.
That would be awesome if we actually get to tell him about that someday. But anyway, if Trout, I think you said it already. It sounds ridiculous. If Trout turns the clock back and turns into Bobby Witt Jr. again,
that's weird.
It doesn't even make sense, right? But I guess it's possible. I don't know. I still don't see it. I mean, I do like Zach Neto. I do like him a lot, but he has like a nagging shoulder injury that just got surgery. I don't know. They're dysfunctional. And at least I feel like the Royals are a better run organization.
Yeah.
And they had what seemed like a plan. And I'll defer. I'll put my hands up. My hands are in the air. I didn't think the Royals had much of a plan last year either. Correct. Right? It was, okay, they signed these guys. What the hell is that going to do? So maybe I'm still super hesitant. I'm willing to be wrong again. And obviously I'm wrong more than I'm right. But fuck the Angels.
Yeah, I see. I'm trying to, because of just getting it handed to me by the Royals last year, I'm trying to not make the same mistake.
This is just recency bias. They're the only team doing anything, so you're like, yeah, they're trying. It's like, okay.
But I will say, I don't feel like that's a big deal
at
all. It just doesn't feel like it's going to change their outcomes hardly at all.
He did pitch well last year.
He did. I mean, he's a good pitcher. It's a good pickup. It really is. If you told me the Braves signed him, I would be in the
amongst a contender. Yes, that is a big deal.
Agree.
If they're you just said the Braves. If there's 6 or 7 other teams that sign him, you're like, oh,
if he goes to the Padres, that's a
you're
big
like,
fucking deal.
Nice, we're back, right? Yeah. Or there's a big piece. He's their 3, and now they're set, right? He's going to start in the postseason and all that type of shit. So overall, good deal, I guess. And really, from an Angels perspective, if he really does pitch that well and you're out of contention, then maybe you get something for him.
Yeah,
because then he's a bargain.
Yeah,
we'll see. But you were foreshadowing a little bit, the real only other deal that's been made is maybe the fairest trade of all time.
Of all time.
Like auto accept Brady Singer from the Royals to the Reds for Jonathan India. And there was another guy lumped in there, but I'm not worried about him. I'll find him in a second and yell.
I mean, it's a need for a need type of thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's very fair.
Yeah, there's nothing that goes, holy crap, that's a big move, but like, oh, that's
I think
the right
both
move.
teams got better.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
The Royals
I
have
completely agree.
pitching depth.
Yep.
So they're able to expend Singer. The Reds need a guy who's going to eat innings and pitch as well as Singer did.
Yep.
He might play a little better. He might not a little better. He might play okay in Great American Ballpark.
Yes.
I think he's a ground ball guy.
Yes.
So I think
That'll be beneficial.
We'll let Dan text me tomorrow and tell me what I know and don't know about Brady Singer.
That's true, yeah.
But I do think he's a ground ball guy, and at that ballpark, that's a big deal, right?
Yep.
You give up a lot of fly balls, you're going to get smoked there.
Yep.
But in Jonathan India is a second baseman. They need some infielders. Maikel Garcia has been rumored to get traded, but I think he plays third. I don't. This is how much I know about the Royals. And I might have even said another team just now. I don't remember. But anyway, again, a very fair trade. I don't see any bad.
Look, at this point,
Somebody will win the trade.
yeah,
How about that?
yeah, someone will.
But
We'll have some hindsight here, but at this point,
Joey Weimer was the other guy,
okay,
by the way.
sure.
See, exactly.
I trust the Royals are probably going to win this trade because right now they're knocking everything out of the park when it comes to transactions. So, whoever this second baseman, I know who it is.
Jonathan India?
Yeah, India. I mean, look out. He's going to have like his best season ever. Calling it because that's apparently
Best
what you do.
season ever.
Yeah, what's his best season ever? Let's see what that is.
I was trying to pull that up, and you beat me to
Like
it.
if he can help protect Bobby, then obviously that's going to be a bonus. But I don't think he has anything that's that impressive.
He won Rookie of the Year.
Oh well, I mean, okay, that is really impressive.
Yeah, I was like, wait, you had me like double checking myself here. He hit 29 home runs at 69 RBIs. Now that was 4 years ago. That was 2021.
Yeah.
He had 15 homers, 58 RBI. He played when he's healthy. He plays a lot of games. 150 games his first year, 151 this year. Not a ton of WAR. He's
a guy. I mean, look.
He's going to be fine for them.
Yeah.
I think he fills a need.
Yep.
Singer pitched well, and Singer again. Both sides are going to win until one guy just takes off, and you're like, so and so won the trade. But on paper, this is a shake hands. Best of luck to you, right? I need this guy. You need that guy. Nobody got boned. It's fair game, and best of luck to you.
Royals and Reds. So the R teams.
Okay, good analysis there.
It's just like Royals, Reds, and Angels. Those are the only teams that have actually done anything worth mentioning for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of interest kings out there.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, listen, until the winter meetings hit, it's just going to be a bunch of repeat names. Soto,
I have
Snell,
gripes. So
all those guys.
Here's what we're going to do. Let's table free agent talk because we'll make that the very end.
Okay.
Let's talk on just a couple extra stories that had happened since the last time we had met. We already touched on a couple awards, I guess, kind of inadvertently. But let's just go through the ringer here. Rookies of the Year. Probably the most controversial of anything.
Mm-hmm.
AL Rookie of the Year, Luis Gil. I'd consider that a wild card or surprise. Colton Cowser finished second, lost by 5 points.
That sucks.
Total.
I think it should have gone to Cowser, but Cowser cooled off pretty bad. So I understand why he ended up losing because Gil had a much stronger end of the season. And I think it's just recency bias. But I feel like Cowser when he was at his peak was better than Gil when Gil was at his peak. He just did it too early and people forgot about it.
It's possible they both had the same amount of WAR. B-WAR, baseball reference WAR.
Okay. That makes sense. I mean, like I said, I think it was
close.
very close.
I would have just preferred Cowser, I guess.
I agree. Well, I think it's very close. But again, I think recency bias is why he lost. Because it is a coin toss. If he'd been hot at the end of the year instead of the beginning, I think it would have been a different conversation.
Yeah, so Luis Gil.
And there was like a bazillion other guys that got votes.
Oh, yeah, we want here. Well, Austin Wells was the other finalist. He had 17.
Okay.
We'll call it points.
Yeah.
They do points. I'm not going to go with votes. He probably stole a couple second place votes from Kowser. Probably cost them, honestly. I forget how the points go. But Mason Miller, 16 points. Cade Smith. Somebody gave Cade Smith the first place vote.
What?
Not somebody. Hang on. I can tell you exactly who that was. That is Evan Woodbury of M Live out of Detroit.
Really?
Kate, I don't know if it helped or hurt Kowser because he went Smith, Kowser, Wyatt Langford, who also had a really good season. But he came on at the end. His slow start really hurt him in terms of that breakdown. But, yeah, I mean, what do they always say? The league's in good hands.
Yeah.
So a decent crop, I suppose, but you're really... maybe not. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Like if Kowser does that this year, you're okay. That's what he is, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And he'll be okay.
Yeah.
I think going forward, you'd want Heels production than Kowser's.
No, I agree.
If that makes sense at all.
It does make sense. And I think...
So whatever. I'm not as heartbroken. I'm sure. I don't remember RDT's takes, but I'm sure he was not thrilled.
Yeah.
Here's another one, and remember, here's one that I had right from the get-go, and I told you it may not have been the right sentiment, but it was what was going to happen. Paul Skeens is your NL Rookie of the Year.
Yep.
23 first-place votes, 7 second-place votes, 136 points. Jackson Merrill, really the only one close, 7 first-place votes, 23 second-place votes, 104. He really ran away with it.
I want to feel worse for Jackson because I feel like he had such a great season.
Jackson Merrill, Silver Slugger.
Merrill played so well all year and was there from the get, where our boy Skeens didn't come on and start pitching immediately. Although he didn't really miss that many games, right? I think we talked about this. Did he?
Skeens?
I don't think he missed even like a third of the season, right? He pitched a majority.
Skeens pitched 23 games.
Okay.
So a quarter?
Yeah.
Right? Say about 32. Just assume 32.
Yeah.
He missed 8 starts.
Okay, so he missed a quarter.
Let's just assume.
So, but here's the deal.
Man, he was dominant.
He was so dominant. Yeah, and I want to be pissed for Jackson because I love that kid. I think, again, league's in good hands. He's going to be awesome. And he played the whole season where Skeens didn't, but Skeens was exceptional.
Yeah.
I mean, Skeens got Cy Young votes.
Yeah.
So I don't love it, but I completely understand it. You know what I mean?
And we kind of talked about it leading up to it. It was like, this is what Merrill's doing, and it's great. But if Skeens keeps doing what he was doing, and goddamn it, he did. Yeah. He didn't stop. He finished with this is all B-War, by the way, a 5.9, 11-3 for those who care about pitcher win-loss, a 1.96 ERA.
See, that's good.
I mean, he had 170 strikeouts in 133 innings.
What was his K per 9 then?
11.5.
That's so good.
5.3 strikeout to walk ratio.
That's great.
Under 1 whip, a 0.947.
Love that.
I don't know shit about ERA plus, but it was 214. I don't know what that means. Here, would we say that was 214?
Yeah.
Let's check what Chris Sale's was. Chris Sale's ERA plus was 174.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know if high is good or low is.
I'm pretty sure.
Well,
low,
his is black on Baseball Reference, so that means he led the league.
Led the league, yeah.
Okay. So, all right. Again, hell of a season for Merrill. Silver Slugger.
Yep.
I forget the all MLB breakdown at this point, but I think he made the all MLB second team at least. Merrill.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I'm talking on my ass right now. But you would assume so if he won the Silver Slugger. Yep. Skeens is still deserving. You can't take it away from him.
You can't. And
I don't think he cares at all. Did you see those interviews?
Oh my God.
He just he is emotionless.
Like, here's the deal. And of course, he's super famous because he's dating a very famous girl who was over the moon when he won. And he was just kind of like, yeah, cool. And it's hard for me to root for that guy that doesn't seem to care about it.
But is that I don't care. This is a drip in what I'm capable of. Like, fuck Rookie of the Year. I don't give a shit about this. Like, we didn't make the playoffs. I didn't pitch in the postseason. I didn't get a full season. Is it like, screw it, that season's over? Sure, I was really good, but nothing mattered. That doesn't mean shit. Like, how many Rookies of the Year can you... I bet you couldn't name 6 of the last 10 Rookies of the Year.
No, probably not.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Kyle Lewis of the Seattle Mariners won a Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I probably couldn't.
We didn't even know. We forgot Jonathan India. That was 3 years ago,
3
right?
years ago, yeah. We don't have a shot.
You would throw his name out maybe if you, but like, so if that's, I would need to know the thought process there, because if he's just like, whatever, I don't really care about doing this whole media circus.
Yeah,
I have to be on MLB Network to this award. Like, I was way better than a rookie. I don't know. I'll give him a pass.
I mean, I'll give him a pass because here's my take. I just think he's boring. I just think like he just doesn't have a personality, and that's fine. Like some people they just don't have
guy
much.
Just wants to throw.
The guy just wants to go out there and pitch. How he ended up with like the hottest girl in his school, who knows? I mean, it's because he was a dominant pitcher and she was a dominant person. That's probably why. But they figured it out. Hey, good for them. But he definitely, I mean, if I win Rookie of the Year, even if I'm trying to stay humble, I'm going to do more than a 2-second, like, half smirk. You know what I mean? Like, that's all he got. So, I mean, good for him. He was exceptional. And I look forward to seeing Merrill play longer because, let's face it, pitchers' arms fall off. So, I think Skeens is on a clock before he has to get, some TJ. And then we'll see what happens after that.
So sorry, I was blacked out there for a second because I was looking up the most important part about Paul Skeens. Have you seen the reports on what the Pirates are offering for his MLB debut patch autographed baseball card?
So it's like a one of one.
So it's a one of one, right? So there's only one made.
Yep.
It's a debut patch that he wore, whatever, taken off the jersey, made into a card, signed, sealed, delivered, and it's going to be worth a shit ton of money to whoever pulls it.
Yep.
And whoever pulls it is going to spend a lot of money to get that pull.
Yep.
The offer from the Pittsburgh Pirates for this card: 2 Pirates season tickets behind home plate for 30 years, 30.
Good Lord.
A softball game for 30 people at PNC Park.
Ooh.
And you get coaches from Pirates alumni. That's pretty badass.
That's pretty rad.
Spring training experience.
Ooh.
Tour of their park, meet and greet with Paul Skeens. You get some autographed jerseys, take BP and warm up. So the main thing being season tickets for 30 years. And then you had mentioned her, so we have to say it. Livy Dunn also offered watching a game with her in her suite for the Pirates as well.
So
to tack on.
They're trying to get it for Paul specifically.
I don't know what they're doing, I would think, but they're offering.
Yeah, so I guess so my biggest question is why? Like, why are they? I mean, that's 30 years.
I mean, this is one of the coolest things.
The
Pirates won't spend money on actual baseball players, so what the hell? It's worth it, right?
I mean,
like it's actually cool. Like this is one piece of PR that's great.
I think
for
that's
them.
extremely cool. I'm just wondering, like, what's the motivation behind it, and like, are they going to retire it? Like, are they getting it specifically for Paul? Like, what's the like
retiring it? There's only one. Like, that's
no. Like, are they going to use it for like their Walk of Fame or what? Like, because like stadiums have all the murals and stuff. Like, oh, here is the one of one.
They
card.
just want it. Yeah, I mean, they want to have it. They want to show off their star player in some way. I don't know. But 30
That's
years,
crazy.
if you live in the Pittsburgh area and you're a Pirates fan, like 30 years of tickets behind home plate.
What happens if you don't live there?
Well, then you're reaching out for some kind of offer, or you sell it to a Pirates fan, I guess.
Yeah, I wonder.
But I guess that's the other issue is how much is this thing worth?
Pittsburgh.
I don't know what this thing's actually worth.
Yeah.
I guess maybe somebody could argue it's worth 6 figures, but even so, I mean, just doing quick math, not quick because it's going to get crazy. 81 games times, I don't know how much tickets are behind home plate.
I mean, it's got to be expensive.
Like if we said they're $50 a piece,
that's way more than
2
that,
of them.
though.
Let's just say,
okay.
So that's $100. There's 81 games in a year.
That's $8,000.
$8,100 times 30. That's $243,000. I would be like, you need to include parking. You know, there's a couple nuances you want to make clear, but for the most part, that's a done deal. If I'm a Pirates fan living in, if you were in Atlanta and the Braves offered you that for something you pulled, you'd take it in a heartbeat.
No, 1,000%. Yeah.
It's a great deal.
It's a no-brainer, but I do wonder what happens to those who don't live in Pittsburgh.
You call them and say, you want it? You fucking pay me, bitch.
Or
figure out, I'm a Twins fan. Give them a call and figure it out.
I am 100% getting online, looking at those tickets and being like, well, value you offered was $500,000. So I guess you're going to have to pay me $500,000.
Yeah. And obviously they won't do that because they're getting out, free or whatever. Not free,
Right.
but they don't really have to pay anything out front.
Exactly.
It's just them losing.
They're just losing the opportunity.
They lose a whole $8,000 or again, whatever that ticket costs. So I think it's an awesome deal. Promotion.
I think it's cool. I mean, it's definitely cool.
It's going to be cool when that gets pulled because in the world we're in and social media, like that's going to be everywhere.
Yeah.
Right. That video of somebody pulling that. So exciting stuff. Figured we'd have to call it out while we said Skeens won the Rookie of the Year in the NL. So I hope somebody in Pittsburgh pulls it. Is my only hope.
Yeah.
I don't care to look at the actual votes, but Stephen Vogt is the AL Manager of the Year, and Pat Murphy of the Brewers is your NL Manager of the Year.
No, I don't disagree with you.
Argue with the wall if you care that much. Yeah. I guess you could have argued the Royals and Tigers managers could be up there, but
I think
the Guardians won the division and they weren't really expected to do much. That's all I have to say. Same with the Brewers, I guess.
I think the Brewers makes way more sense because no one.
Murphy ran away with it.
Yeah,
he had 27 votes. Vote had. I know I said I wasn't going to do this. Vote had 27 votes too. Good
Damn,
Lord.
really?
Okay, I didn't think it should have been like that. But anyway,
I didn't either. Weird.
There's your managers of the year. I'll let you announce the next one.
Yeah, so our boy Chris Sale, he won the Cy Young, which well deserved. I know I would say he ran away with it because I think he had 20 plus votes.
26.
26? Okay, yeah, and then Wheeler had
probably
4
should have been
or something like that.
But whatever.
Right?
Yeah, Wheeler got 4.
Yeah, so Wheeler was second. And then I think Skeens stole like a second place vote from Wheeler because I think Skeens was third.
He did.
Right? Yeah.
Skeens did have one.
Yeah.
second place vote.
Good for Chris. I mean, that's freaking awesome. I hate that he had such a great year, and then when it came to crunch time, his body failed him. That sucks. I know that eats at him. I mean, I've seen a couple interviews. He's like, yeah, this is great. Really hate that I couldn't be there for the team in the end. Like, I mean, that's what he keeps referring back
that's
to.
Not
so
ideal, but
it is a consolation prize, but it's a hell of a consolation prize. And then Scooble ran the fuck away with it.
And rightfully so. What a guy.
He was one of the only unanimous votes, I think. I don't. We didn't look at MVP. I'm sure. I know Shohei was unanimous.
Everybody else was.
Was Judge unanimous too? Okay.
Yeah. So Scooble, AL Cy Young, what a season.
Oh,
just
great,
couldn't touch him. He's unbeatable, and they are ready. He was on part of my take. They're ready to run it back, and he's ready to be the face. Everybody starts talking extensions, and people in Detroit get a little scared because they're going to have to pay the guy if they want to keep him.
Oh, you're going to have to pay a lot.
He wants to stay there, so you got to try and get it done sooner rather than later, but enjoy it while he's there for the most part, right? Don't take it for granted. Scooble's a beast.
Yes.
So let him keep going. Other unanimous, Aaron Judge, no brainer. Bobby Witt Jr.
Say Witt was second, right?
Yeah, he got most of those votes.
He
actually got all 30 second place votes.
Okay, good. Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
30 for Judge, 30 for Witt.
That's wild. That's wild. That was
and
first
then,
second. I thought someone would give Bobby 1. So I'm surprised.
You're
but
right.
Okay.
Shohei unanimous as well.
Yep.
Lindor had 23, second place. Kettle Marte with 5. And what's
good for Marte. That makes sense.
Your boy Marcelo Ozuna got 1 second place vote.
Okay. He should have. He had a great year. I mean, I think him, Lindor, and Shohei were easily the best players this
in
year.
real time. I say to myself, I don't really care about down ballot MVP or MVP votes, Cy Young votes. But then the more I think about it, and if you go back to an old time baseball reference and you're looking at the right hand side and you're like, oh, this guy finished 8th and he got MVP votes. Like, shit.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm just calling a couple of those guys out right now. Jurickson Profar finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's too many.
You're so good at counting.
Here, Jackson Merrill was 9. So like that's a cool one. William Contreras was 5th.
Really?
So again, just guys that you're going to see on here. But yes, like these guys did get votes. Matt Chapman, Jerkson Profar, Luis Ariz, Teoscar, Ezekiel Tovar of the Rockies. Now they got like 9th and 10th place votes, but they got votes.
They got votes.
In the AL, Brent Rooker got votes. Jaron Duran got votes. Some asshole voted for Tyler Holton, reliever of the Tigers. Like that's ridiculous. But it is cool to see, a couple of those things of like, hey, this guy got, MVP. This guy got Cy Young. Like Hunter Green getting Cy Young votes is kind of cool.
That's
like,
awesome.
That's a notch on the belt, if you will. But those were the awards.
No surprises.
There really wasn't.
Yeah.
You could make your case for Jackson Merrill, and I think you're warranted if you do. We love Jackson here. But Skeens deserved it just as much, and he got his. You could make your argument with a wall. I don't give a shit about the AL Rookie of the Year.
No,
anybody could have won it. I'm fine. It should have been Cowser and Heel. That's who it was between, and that's fine. But other than that, nothing was a surprise. Shohei, Judge, Skubal, Sale.
Everything else was
very straightforward.
Yeah.
There was like no.
I think the closest of the closest was the AL Rookie of the Year because they were right.
And I have another just a gripe of awards. Why the hell don't they just announce them all in one night?
I have no idea.
They do so I think they're different. So I think the BBWA, Baseball Writers Associate. Wow, the BB threw me off. Baseball Writers Association of America. I was like, where's the BB coming from? Anyway, we got there. So they are different than like the all MLB team. I think like MLB.com or whoever the hell does the all MLB, but they did a huge show and shit for the all MLB team. Like everybody showed out, red carpet, all that. It's like, that should be the award. I don't know. Regardless, there's no reason why I can't know that Pat Murphy won the NL Manager of the Year, Skeens won the NL Rookie of the Year, and Aaron Judge won the AL MVP all in a 2-hour segment.
It should be an award show for sure. Like they should all show.
It's all on. And fucking Derek Jeter announced it via Zoom on MLB Network. Like what are we doing? If you're gonna do it that way, again, you do it all in 2 hours. Yeah. And then talk to the guy for 3 minutes. And while you're reviewing the next one, you could talk to all your fucking finalists.
They need to.
It's a nonsense.
They need to do like
they do nothing right.
The Oscars or the ESPYs where they have like performers and like this year Rookie of the Year goes to and you have cameras and all the guys who are up there.
It's like
they should do that
every night. It was like, oh, Monday, Rookie or Manager of the Year. You're like, oh, nice. And that's it. Yeah. That's all you got for me.
And you wonder like, what's the return on investment? Like nobody gives a shit and no one can keep up with it. So why not have make a big hoopla out of it? I'm with you,
They do
Chris.
it for everything else.
Idea.
They do it for gold glove, silver sluggers, and all that. Whatever. That was just my. I'll get out my soapbox, but I needed to bitch about that.
I hear you.
What else we got? What else going on in the world before we do our little free agent?
The only other thing I think is worth mentioning, and because you said it and I didn't think it was worth mentioning.
There's another thing, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. Sorry. What are you talking about?
You go first.
No way. You just interrupted me, so you go first.
You're gonna talk about the O's, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
What were you going to talk about?
The Tampa Bay Rays.
Oh,
we've got another. We didn't.
Oh, okay.
We've got another team playing. So we now have two teams playing in minor league baseball.
Destroyed.
That's not their fault.
Yeah.
What might be their fault is the aftermath, because there is just I have not followed very cool. I forget his name. Mark Tompkin maybe is a good follow for local. I guess we'll say Tampa Bay shit.
Yeah.
It's a disaster out there. We're
not talking about like
they thought
they had
a
disaster.
They thought they had a deal in place
They're playing at the Yankees.
Sorry, let's back up. They're playing at Steinbrenner Field. Done deal. They're playing at the Yankees, but they believe to have had a deal in place for a new stadium. So it's like, screw it. We're not going to renovate it. We'll just build a new stadium. But there are a few people on county, city, some sort of council there that are willing to play fast and loose with the how they want to do it.
Oh no!
So there's recently a report that came out and said like, hey, we're good to move forward with fixing the Tropicana And then an hour later, it's like, oh no, we're gonna rethink about that. It's like, what is going on?
Don't love that.
It's not a no-brainer done deal for anything. So there is concern from the Tampa Bay Rays fans that they might be Mark Topkin, MarcTopkin of the at TB Times _Rays. All your stadium shit. Very good at it. But I can't follow because it makes me go cross-eyed. So they are just not sure what's going on in future. So you're talking, send them to Montreal right now. Everybody's in all this nonsense because a few council members are like, nope.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what to think from an outsider perspective. I'm trying to grasp it all, but it's a mess. It's very tough to read the situation.
Stadiums are difficult, man. And we had a small scale version of that here in Greenville, South Carolina. Part-time producer Doug Irwin has been trying to get a stadium built for the Greenville Triumph, which is a local USL soccer team, for forever. And all it takes is just a bunch of council people to say no, thank you. And there's a wrench thrown in that for years. So on that size, I mean, we're talking about millions of dollars. I'm sure that there is a lot of he said, she said. So and they've been trying to get a new stadium for a while, have they?
Yeah,
not?
and again, there's a he said, she said of the Rays are screwing it up, the council members are screwing it up. Yep. So again, if you care that much to read into it, if you're a Rays fan, Mark Topkin on Twitter is the guy you need to be looking at.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it's just, again, to start, it's not their fault. The roof got blown off.
Yeah.
You have to do what you have to do. And that's a great complex. Like, sure, it's the Yankees complex, whatever, but it's a very good complex.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be way better than Sacramento. But
I completely agree with that statement.
That's besides the point.
The one thing that's going to suck is being a Rays player and going to work every day and seeing like all of the Yankee shrines
that is
everywhere.
weird.
That's going to suck. You know, look, there's more George Steinbrenner shit. You know, like
that's really weird.
So that'll suck. But outside of that, I mean, it's the best case situation for them.
Yeah, they got to play somewhere.
Because I mean, the videos and pictures of the state of Tropicana after,
a disaster.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
But there's expected to be a lot more rainouts now because now we're talking Tampa, and that's why they had
a dome. Yep.
We'll see what happens. I'm sure MLB will get it 100% wrong because they do every time.
What? No, they don't do that at all. What are you talking
We'll see
about?
what happens. So I did cut you off. Give us the last bit of news that you don't really think is news, but I think is kind of, I don't know.
Okay,
news.
The reason I think it's news because after looking into it, the back and forth I think is
snip, snap, snip, snap.
Yeah. So if you don't know, the Orioles are moving their fence back in, so closer to the batters. In 2022, they moved it away. And they're like, oh, that's too hard to hit home runs. Now we're going to move it not all the way back to where it was, but essentially like so in some
where
area,
it should have been.
It's anywhere from 9 to 20 feet, depending on which part of the outfield. They're moving it down from 13 to 8 feet in height. Because what the original adjustment was 30 feet back and then going from 7 up to 13 feet high. So they're like, oh no, we're going to adjust all of this. So the reason I think it's interesting is because of the back and forth. But to me, I just think that hitting a home run is too easy in the majors right now. And whenever I hear someone moves a fence in, I'm like, that is some coward shit. Because the Yankees porch, I could hit a home run at that porch. Like, there's no reason I could. There's no reason.
You can't. Go ahead.
Yes, I can.
Go ahead.
There's no reason that I should be able to hit a ball out of a professional stadium. Okay. Period. And I can.
You cannot.
I can too. Okay. That's fine. We'll do a video of that later. But all I'm saying is that there is no reason for them to move in. I think that's coward shit.
What happened was they moved it too far, and their own players were complaining. They like Ryan Mountcastle's like, "Yo, you're costing me money. These balls should be home runs, and now we need to make a fix." And you know what else it does? Big picture, because they're about to try and start making some splashes in free agency. Is that's going to entice more right-handed free agents to potentially come, because it's like, hey, we realized we screwed that up and now we're going to try to fix it. Is it all the way fixed? No, it's still not easy. And I think it's going to be the right amount because it was a short porch at some point. The wall was short and it was way further in. What did we say, 30 feet or whatever the hell? And they went too far. And then the fence. They could have kept the fence same height. Maybe they'd have a different result. But they didn't. Now we're back. I'm fine with it. More homers. Chicks dig the long ball. Screw you for wanting to fucking bunt people over and shit.
All I'm saying is that there's a lot of guys out there that don't struggle getting it over the wall. Apparently it's all the Orioles.
You're Barry Bonds.
No,
all of a sudden.
no way. I'm just saying it.
Are you all right? Wait, I need to go back to the home run thing that you claim you could hit. Are you saying wood bat?
Oh, hell no.
Oh, right.
No.
Okay.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
No. I'm not swinging a wood bat. Are you kidding me? I played in a couple wood bat tournaments, but
okay. That's
no,
okay. That's
absolutely not.
a little more reasonable.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
I am not using a wood bat. I couldn't hit it out of the infield with a wooden bat.
That's fair.
I'm talking about.
I still don't think you could do it, but okay.
That's fair.
But I'm
It's
more.
a fair criticism, but if I have an actual bat, I think I could.
It's more feasible than it was 10 minutes ago.
So sorry I
5
didn't
minutes
specify.
Ago. You're fine. That's why I clarify. I'm glad we did this.
Not a chance.
Okay.
Not a chance.
That's fair. I could live with that. All right. So let's move to why everybody's here. Of course. Free agent predictions. Some of them will be bold. Everybody don't turn this off. I have a list of 40-ish guys. We are not going to go through.
Jesus.
We are not going to go through each one. And maybe we do in rapid fire form towards the end. But let's talk the main guys. Let's try and come up with an idea of maybe how much they go for, amount of years, things like that, and see what we've got. So I think I don't know if you want to do this, start with the best and move down. I don't know if you want to start in the middle and kind of maneuver around.
Start at the top.
All right. You go first. Who is he?
Soto.
Okay. Juan Soto.
Here's the deal. I know who I want him to go to, but I cannot imagine being the Yankees and letting him go. Like, if you let go of this generational talent and you're the motherfucking Yankees, the team that has been big, like Daddy Warbucks all of these years, and you decide now's the time you're not going to pay him, that's ridiculous. The Yankees are going to do everything they possibly can to make sure Soto retires as a Yankee and he joins their wall of fame of great ball players. There's that, to me, is the one that's the most logical. Makes them. They're gonna give him that big money 13-year crap. Like, you said dollar figure. I don't know, man. It's gonna be outrageous.
6?
I think it'll be higher. I think they're gonna have to go higher.
It doesn't go to 7.
No, I don't think it goes to 7. I think 650, 675.
I mean, the dude's what? 20? How old is he? 26.
He's young, dude. Like, they can go that long, and that's the thing. And again, there's no way, as a Yankees fan, I forgive my team for letting that happen.
26.
He's a baby, dude.
Question.
Here's who I want him to go to.
Go.
The Red Sox. I want the Red Sox to get him so bad, because
what are your percentage chance that you actually believe that? I know that's what you want, but
so I know that they're making calls, but I've heard too many bad things about the Red Sox ownership group. But I know they have the ability. It's baseball, and those guys have a fuck ton of money, so it's plausible. The actual percentage chance, I'm going to give it no more than 5%.
Wow.
I don't think that, from what I know of the ownership group, they're just not gonna do it. But they can, and that's where I want them to land the most, because that is drama, which I want. Now, if he goes to the Yankees, ho-hum, but okay, that's fine. Keep that core. But if he goes to the Dodgers, God,
if the Yankees don't
jump
get
off
him,
a
they're
bridge.
shells of themselves.
I agree.
Like, think about the Yankees lineup without him in it.
Oh, no, it's not.
Sure, they're going to get on the phone and try and get 3 other guys or something to make it worth it. I do have scenario, just talking out loud, if you're the Red Sox and you, in your heart, you're in the room for the Red Sox, in your heart of hearts, you feel maybe you'll put a competitive offer out there, but who knows what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Why not just start going underneath and going to pick up these extra guys that are available and want money, but try and pick up 2 or 3 of them before the market for them heats up? Or do you think everybody's just holding out? Do you think it's just... because I think if we take MLB offseason sucks in this regard. There was Buster Olney put something out, and I almost lost my goddamn mind. Buster Olney was like, "Okay, all the meetings are done. Teams should start submitting offers soon." It's like, what? Like nobody has offered. Nobody has put a number in front of this guy. What do we do? I wouldn't even leave the meeting without being like, "All right, dude, fucking 13 years, $650 million. You want it or no?" Like, what is there to discuss? Okay, we can hash out essentials, but how do you feel about the number? You like it? Sign the fucking paper. We'll figure it out.
I mean, 100%.
What are we doing?
Everyone's playing chicken with each other because they don't know.
How do you have a meeting?
Here's the deal: if you have a meeting with Soto and you say 6:15, and he walks away going, "Okay, 6:15 is the number," and then he goes to the next one, they're like 6:25, then you fucked yourself by giving him a number.
No, because that you don't think he's Boris, right? You don't think Boris is going to call and say, "Fucking the Yankees offered 625. You want to go to not like an auction?" Yeah, he's not an auctioneer at that point. He 100% is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair, but that's what I assume is the reason why they don't give a number. I don't know.
If you want him, just give him the money. Here's 680, dude. What do you want?
Yeah. God, he's gonna make so much money.
Where I think he's gonna go?
Yep.
You'll hate it. I'll just say the Mets because he's willing to do what he has to do.
Mets. Okay. Damn, that would suck.
He'll go there. Like it's feasible because he'll spend. Money isn't the issue.
Yeah.
It's whether Juan Soto wants to play for the Mets.
Surely, if he looks at the Mets versus the Yankees,
the length. I don't know what he wants because is there any? If you were a team that was, screw it, we have this little window, right? We have a 3 or 4 year window. Would you ever consider offering him like 4 years, like $70 million a year? And just be like, play till you're 30 and you get to do it again.
Yeah.
You get to run free agency again.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. Like the Mets, they're
$280 million for 4 years of work. It doesn't make sense
for the Mets to do it. That's
no. I'm saying, stupid number, the Mariners, or like a team that has this little window. The Mariners will never do it. They're out. They haven't even called the fucking guy. Don't even get me started.
Everybody should call that guy.
Agreed. You should at least put out reports that we talked to him.
Well, I mean, Blue Jays are definitely saying they're talking to him.
Okay, Blue Jays. There's a prime example. We have a lot going against us, right? In this whole conversation. Here's just a shit ton of money for 3 or 4 years.
Let's go do this.
And you tell me. Like, an obscene amount of money. Just, what do you say? And they might say no, but it's like, hey, this is, and then you could come out and be like, we went against the grain. We said our window is here because we know we have to do this, X, Y, Z, whatever. Give it a shot. And I think your fans will be like, all right, cool.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of teams that
and then they say no. It's like, all right, fuck it. Now you go back and, okay, we'll do the 13 years, whatever the hell you want to do. I mean, Bryce Harper's deal is a bargain at this point. Now he's going to get way more than Bryce Harper. But if you can get him to do, again, to sign up till he's 40, then sure, I guess 14 years and $700 million doesn't sound so bad.
Yeah. Jeez.
I don't know. I got Mets. You have Yankees.
Yep.
And your hope is Red Sox. Screw it. I hope Blue Jays.
Yeah, I hear you.
The Jessies deserve to be happy.
I love him not going to the Dodgers or the Yankees. So I'm in. I don't love him going to the Mets either. Actually.
$700 million for 14 years is $50 million a year. Oof. Let's get it done. Make it happen. All right. Corbin Burnes.
Oof.
By the way, I'm on MLBTradeRumors.com. This is where I got all of these guys, by the way.
Yeah. Did Burnes drop Boris? Because one of the big,
I don't think so.
One of those guys. Okay, he didn't. Okay. Damn.
Cal Raleigh dropped Boris.
Yeah. I feel like because there were 3 pitchers, right? It was Burnes, Snell, and Montgomery that all had Boris that held out, right? Am I saying that right?
Burnes didn't hold out. Burnes just didn't sign.
Well, yeah, but Snell didn't. Like all those guys didn't sign until really late.
Burnes would never had to sign. There was nothing.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Burnes was people might have tried to extend Burnes, but that they were never going. Burnes was always going to. Burnes had 1 year when he got to the Orioles.
Oh, okay. Gotcha,
they may have tried to extend him, but they were never going to sign an extension without going to free agency first.
Gotcha. Maybe
So he very well.
I think it was C's then. Anyways, no, I'm not talking.
I don't know who
no,
you're.
C's was
I got nothing for you, but Snell and Montgomery very much yes.
Yeah,
and that screwed everything up.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Anyway, so Burnes. I mean. The problem is, I know the Dodgers are sniffing around.
They're everywhere, man.
And I think it's probably going to be the Dodgers.
Okay.
I hate saying that so much. They're going to give them a bigger number. And I think that they're going to go into it, and they don't want to pay Flaherty. I think
I'd pay Burnes over Flaherty.
Right.
Yeah,
I think they're going to be like, we'll let Flaherty walk and we'll take Burnes. And so that's what I think. They're going to trade like that kind of.
They're going to get Glasnow back and Shohei.
They're going to be
Tony
unbelievable.
Gonsolin and oh my god.
They're going to get the kid from Japan. Like
so
they're going to be out of
when
this
I
world.
read these off, by the way, I'll read the. So MLB Trade Rumors has prediction years in dollars. So I'll read those off and we could. Just instead of just throwing numbers out, we'd say if we agree.
Yeah.
7 years, $200 million for Corbin.
Jeez. I mean, I think he's worth it. He's a great pitcher. And the Dodgers can definitely do that. I don't think they'll go 7. I don't think it'll be 6, but
about 29 million.
Yeah,
What do you?
They'll defer half of it, of course.
So it's so hard, right? Because I went Mets with Soto, and then I don't know how the financials work, right? So you want to be like, okay, well, the Mets are going to go after him. I'm going to say the Orioles. I think he just stays put.
I mean, I
don't
love that.
That's what I want too, and I think it's less than a 50% chance that it happens.
Yeah.
Because if indeed the Red Sox and Yankees and hell even the Blue Jays are willing to spend this type of money, then they might be in on these guys too.
Yep.
And we just have to wait to hear closer. But I'm willing to do that. I think that gets it done, maybe.
Okay.
The 7-200 doesn't sound far-fetched, but I'd be willing to go a little over 30 if it got me him.
Oof. Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
So you say Mets?
No.
No.
Orioles.
Okay.
He
Orioles.
stays with the Orioles.
All right, cool.
If I have to pick a different team,
I don't have a different team. I mean, I think the Orioles are my other team that I think will win.
okay.
So, yeah.
I'll stay there. Alex Bregman.
So
this isn't.
I've heard
7 years, 182 is what they have.
I heard
that's a lot.
Boris wants more too. Like
Would they say two something?
Yeah, like something stupid. I can't imagine anybody paying that.
He's a good player.
He's not that good, dude.
I know. No.
But like third base is so depleted.
I am not standing for paying him that money. I'm just saying he's a good player. He's worth money. He is 30 years old.
But he's too old.
Look at him. He's just too old.
He's too old. Okay.
I can't pay him till I can't do it.
No, it's too long.
He's already seemingly starting to decline a little.
Yes.
I mean, he's a good glove. So the other thing, without going super deep divey, is they're going to have data on how much of his home runs are Crawford box home runs in Houston. Because he's 23, 25, 26. If you're getting that out of your third baseman, you're pretty satisfied overall. Over 4 WAR the last 3 seasons. Solid. Far from his 8.9 WAR that he put up in 2019, where he finished second in MVP, of course. So that's one of those like, Bregman got 2 in MVP. Anyway, I don't see that number. I don't see him getting to be like a 5 WAR player. Maybe he's 4 for 2 years.
Yeah, I don't think so. I agree. I don't think so.
I think it's a 5-year deal. What's the number that they have for him? 5-year deal, 182. Eesh. 20. I don't know. 5-year deal.
That's too much money. I don't think
Like $20 million a year.
I think it's the Astros because I don't think he's going to get anybody else to pay him that much money.
120. That's what I'll give him. Done.
As the Mariners,
Buddy, they won't spend $10.
No, but I don't think they're going to
It'd be $24 million a year.
Yeah, I mean that's not bad. But I don't think he has history there.
Here,
I think my dark horse for him is the Blue Jays.
Okay.
Because I think the Blue Jays are going to miss out on other players, and this year they're going to be like, okay, we need to actually do something, and I think he's a target.
Here's a dark horse: the Detroit Tigers. They got close. They got a sniff, and they need some bats. Yeah. They need a lot of things. They need to add a couple.
That's not a bad.
That's a sneaky. That's.
But I mean, it works.
That's a dark
but I don't
horse.
know. Do they do that? I don't think that's a bad idea. Like who's?
I don't know.
What's the last
that's
big
a dark
free
horse.
agent that they had?
Oh,
Miggy?
Javi Baez.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're correct.
Yeah.
Oof. They can't make.
Did
that
they sign?
mistake
They signed him.
Yeah, to a shit ton of money. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Is he? He's either still there or he's close.
If I were the Tigers, I would be like, you better not bring that guy in here
till 30. I'd
like
pay Bregman till
shit.
7. 26 over 7. I don't know.
Nope.
7 years feels like a lot.
It's a
I'd
long
go
time.
max 5. I'd change it. 110. 5 years, 110 million. That's my
you
max.
Keep going low. That's fine.
I know. I don't want to pay him.
I don't want to. I don't
All right.
think anybody's going to pay him. I think it's going to be the Astros.
Move
All right,
on.
Next.
Blake Snell. He's back, baby.
Okay. Blue Jays.
Jesus, you love the Blue.
The Blue Jays.
Did they call you and ask you for all
this? The
this?
Blue Jays have been all over all the big names. They are going to mess up and not get the right one.
5 years.
They should be fighting for Burnes.
5 years, 160.
They're not going to get Burnes. Snell's, and no one's going to want Snell because Snell did not perform the way that they wanted him to, and they're just going to make a bet on him, hoping that they can help turn the franchise around. So I'm going to say Snell,
31 years old.
Yeah.
Gonna be 30.
Like, here's
gonna
the
be
deal.
32 soon.
Both of their moves are based off of them not getting the guy they want. They have to do something.
5 years, 160 mil is what they say. There's been a lot of talk on Red Sox needing a lefty, wanting a lefty.
Yeah, that's not wrong too. That's fair. Yeah, I like the Red Sox, but the Red Sox have a lot of young, really talented pitchers. So
It makes sense, but it doesn't make sense that we're just naming the same 3 teams. But it sucks that that's all that's.
Those are the teams that actually try to do shit. I mean, dark horse. The Cardinals could come in and ask for it.
Are they trying to spend money? I thought they were trying to get rid of everybody. They're trying to ditch Arenado, I think.
Oh, are they too? Okay, see, I thought they were.
Goldschmidt's a free agent. They didn't sign Gibson,
Who's
but Gibson's for
close?
$12 million.
I mean, it could very well be the Padres again, but I think the Padres are like deuces.
Yeah, no, Padres are
honest.
over it. The Giants are back to like not spending money again.
Giants are a dark horse, I think.
I mean, they just had him. He's not gonna go back there. He wants to get the hell out of there.
I guess that's true. I don't know. I'm gonna say Blue Jays. They do not pay him the 160 though. They pay him like 145.
Okay, I'm gonna go Red Sox.
Love it.
Willy Adames, 6 years, 160 million. He's been. So, by the way, I don't know who all these people are, but everybody on this list has Giants. Mm-hmm. Everybody, there's 4 of them. I'm gonna say Dodgers, and I think he's a relatively easy get for them, and they'll do other shit where they move Lux and they do all this other nonsense. But Adames just seemingly makes sense there. 6 years. Is that 2, 4? Like 25-ish, 26 million a year. That's a lot, but sure, I guess. He's very good. It sucks the Brewers aren't going to keep him or aren't going to be able to keep him or try and keep him. I mean, even Pat Murphy's just like, yeah, we can't do it. And like, that's kind of sucks.
It does suck.
He's 29.
Mm-hmm.
6 years is cool. I'm fine with that number.
Yeah.
I'll pay somebody till they're 35.
So I think the Mets are in play here.
You got to move him to second?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
second.
definitely. Yeah.
Not short.
Yeah, third. Sorry, they probably move him
Over
third.
Vientos? their newfound star.
Oh, playoff star.
He had a really good season. He
Okay.
had like 20 some home runs.
I don't know. I think the Mets are in play.
I'm going Dodgers.
Yeah, sure. Mets, lock it in. What's next?
Shit.
I guess the Giants if all the
Your
experts say.
boy. You're gonna hate this one. Max Fried, 6 years, 156 mil.
Okay. So let's go. The lefty thing is true, and let's say the Red Sox get him. I'm okay with that. Max Fried, Red Sox, lock it in.
Fried, Red Sox.
But here's what's gonna happen, and I'm gonna want to jump off a bridge. The motherfucking Dodgers are gonna swoop in and get Max Fried. And I hate every fiber of that. But I'm gonna say Red Sox.
I'm looking at who some of these people pick, and I think I've just been tricked into it. I'm gonna go with the Cubs. The Cubs are gonna spend money on somebody.
The Cubs?
Yeah,
Interesting.
they're gonna spend money eventually on somebody. They have to.
I don't mind the Cubs. I mean, look, I want the Cubs to be good. Like, again, the baseball is better when the Cubs and the Red Sox are good, right? And so I don't hate that at all. But again, going back, Max is a California guy, by the way. And I have bad taste in my mouth of California guys from the Braves going to the Dodgers. So, anyways.
All right. Who's number 7? Let's do a little bit. What?
How many we're going to do? Where are we at?
We're going to do, I think 1 or 2 more is worth talking about.
Okay, perfect.
And then we'll just kind of do speed round.
Okay.
Pete Alonso.
Mets.
That's a big one.
Mets.
Really?
Yeah. There's they cannot let him walk. Same thing with Soto. Like, Soto has to stay a Yankee, and the Yankees need to fight for it, just like the Mets need to fight for Pete.
They have Nationals here, and I just can't do it.
The Nationals.
You know what I am
going to
do though? Mariners.
Oh,
Fuck
really?
it.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to open it
I would
up.
love that. Are you going to buy a jersey as soon as it happens?
Of Alonso?
Yeah.
Nah,
Okay.
maybe.
Okay, good.
I could be talked into it. Their projection, 5 years, 125. I'm not going to read off all of them for everybody when we do speed round. Last one that I think is worthwhile, Jack Flaherty. 5 years, 115 mil.
Ooh. How old is Flaherty?
I'm going to say...
I want to say he's older,
29.
but I don't think
he's younger than you think he is.
He's younger than I think he is, because I feel like we talked about this before.
He's 29.
29. Okay, so he's not...
He's been in the league a while. He's not young, but he's not old.
young, but he ain't old. 5 years? Fuck. I would love Flaherty for the Braves. Are we gonna
picking?
Are we gonna spend 5? We need pitching so bad. What is Mac's number?
He was Fried 6, 156, and Flaherty was 5, 115.
Okay, yeah. So okay, yeah, lock it in, Braves.
Braves. Yep. I'm gonna take. Fuck.
Because we need Sale. We need him to have help, and so that's where we're gonna spend money. Because everything else is fine as long as people don't get hurt. So
he's not gonna go back to the Tigers. Ooh.
That'd be cool.
He's not gonna go back there.
No, I don't think he will, but that'd be cool.
They screwed that up already.
Yeah. Idiots.
They're gonna get desperate. Yankees.
Okay. I can see that. Yeah,
Speed round.
Yep.
Santander.
Orioles.
Blue Jays.
Oh, nice.
Sean Manaea.
Giants.
He's been there before, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Red Sox. Ooh. They're just gonna sign fucking everybody.
Everybody. Let's go.
Teoscar.
Ooh, that one's tougher. Oh man. Teoscar. What is he asking for is the question. That one's
supposed to be speed round.
Speed round,
Dick.
my bad. Orioles, go.
Orioles.
Yeah.
Shit. I wasn't ready.
You yelled at me for
Back
going
to Dodgers.
faster. Okay, fair enough.
Christian Walker, Yankees.
No. Diamondbacks.
Stays?
Yep. They have to. They have to lock that.
Now I'll try and pick out a couple guys throughout. Tanner Scott, left-handed reliever, Phillies.
Yankees.
We didn't give the Phillies anybody.
They don't have. I mean, do they have money? They've spent so much.
No,
money.
they're willing to.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah. Who would you say, Terrence Scott?
Yankees.
Jurickson Profar.
Ooh. Man, he had such a good year. I mean, I think Padres have to.
Do the Braves need an outfielder? I'm gonna say Braves.
I love that, but I don't know.
He costs money. He costs actual dollars.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I think we're fine because we got Acuna, Kelenic, and Matt. I think we're fine.
Oh, and Harris and Ozuna.
Harris,
Okay,
yeah.
disregard.
Yeah,
Hang
it's not
on.
the Braves.
Shit.
Maybe the Dodgers because they need outfield.
Rangers.
Love that. Okay.
Don't know their outfield situation off the
Yeah.
top of my head. It's probably
Love
bad,
that.
actually. Evan Carter, Wyatt Langford, Adolis Garcia. Yeah, Rangers. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Nate Eovaldi. He's been linked to the Braves.
I was going to say Braves. Phillies. I think Phillies is fair
Okay.
because they love pitching.
So you're going Phillies.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Blue Jays. They
Okay.
miss out on a couple other guys.
Yeah.
Look,
we said that last year, and the Blue Jays missed out on everyone and didn't. Do
they really screwed it up.
So who knows?
Now this is me. My are me trying to find guys in this list. Gleyber Torres.
Ooh, Glaber is gonna go Cubs.
Ooh, I actually like that.
Yep. Cub, make it happen, Cubs. I need you guys to be competitive.
Rockies.
No, shut the fuck up. That's not serious.
Yeah, I've been serious as they come.
Interesting.
Jock Peterson, because you like him.
Ooh, God, that poor guy. He's probably gonna go to some. I don't think he's gonna go anywhere great. Bottom barrel. Let's go Angels.
Angels. Ooh, I like that one. He's gonna stay in Arizona. D-backs.
Okay.
I'm about to give up. Let's just do, because they're big names, Paul Goldschmidt.
That's tough because he's on the back end.
Detroit Tiger.
Okay, I like that.
To set up Torkelson.
I'm gonna say Royals.
For Vinny?
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. They might need a DH.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Maybe
then
that's a DH.
we're going to do one more, and then we'll revert back.
Okay.
Justin Verlander.
Shit. Verlander. Verlander doesn't sign until halfway through this season when teams get
Roger
desperate.
Clemens?
He's going to Roger Clemens this shit for the Red Sox.
Wow.
Yeah.
Red Sox. I'm going to go Cardinals. He's a Cardinal.
Ugh. That makes no sense, but okay.
He's a Cardinal.
He's a Cardinal.
They just overpay old people.
That's fair. Yeah,
There's a lot of other guys, other free agents, notable. Walker Buehler, he's been linked to the Braves. Kirby Yates, good reliever. Kyle Gibson, he sucks.
love Kyle Gibson.
David
so
Robertson, Frankie Matas. Where is he? Ha-Sung Kim, hurt for the Padres. He'll get a decent deal. He's been linked to the Giants.
He's looked awesome.
Those are just other honorable mention guys. We're not going to go through them.
Yeah.
Last thought, free agent wise, where does Roki Sasaki go?
The Dodgers. I mean, I don't like.
Are you holding out any hope that he goes anywhere else?
Yes. So Jessica made a good point last episode that Yu Darvish has a friendship and pull over there as well.
Mm-hmm.
So my hope is he goes to the Padres. That's my dark horse. But it is a losing game to bet against the Dodgers at this point.
I'm going to join you just because that's what I want to happen is the Padres.
100%.
I'm going to join you with that. It is feasible. It's unlikely.
It's possible, especially
and he
if that
is in the
connection's
20.
there.
If money is a thing, if he cares, which I don't think he does because he wouldn't have come over yet. But if money is a thing, he is part of the 2025 international pool.
Yep.
So a different pool of money, right? Most people have their $2024 spent. Mm-hmm. He is someone, if he were to come to them, they would just say buzz off to any Latin American 16-year-old that they've signed.
Yep.
And probably tell them pound sand and have Sasaki and be done with it. So he'll get more money than anticipated. It's still not a lot, up to $7 million.
Yeah, it's not a lot comparatively, but
we want him on the Padres, but I think that's enough of a breakdown. We're not, when guys do sign, when the Jeff Hoffmans of the world sign, we are going to talk about it.
Yeah, we definitely
But I don't have a good projection of where the hell that guy's going to go.
I think the only other player that I've heard noise around that's not free agent, and we can talk about this forever, but I think Bellinger is another guy that there's a lot of
every year,
a lot of talk about being moved. So that'll be an interesting name. I think we'll see thrown out a bunch during the offseason. But again, this will continue to develop, and we will continue to wait around for something to happen because that seems to be the MO.
Garrett Crochet also on that list of guys, just names being thrown out everywhere. Maybe Luis Robert.
Yep.
Alec Bohm. If Alec Bohm does not get traded, it will be the biggest surprise of the offseason. He is gone. Yeah. To where I have no idea who. Yeah. The rumors I saw today were him and prospect Justin Crawford for Crochet. Who the hell knows?
Gotcha.
But Bohm is getting moved for somebody. They want him out of there.
He's not allowed in Philly anymore.
Yeah, they want him out. So Bohm, Crochet, and Bellinger. Yeah. I think Bellinger's the least likely of the three.
I don't disagree because of he already picked up the next year, and that's fair. But again, he's a chip that can be sold. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, look, it's going to be a long off season as usual. So we're going to be here for the ride. Keep your eyes on our social media. Chris is a graphic designer now, and because he has a MacBook.
Do not come at my graphic design skills. They are 1.2 out of 10.
Love that.
But we're trying new things. We've got our partnership with Chinook. Remember, CHINOOK.com. Promo code Coaches Sons Pod, all one word.
Coaches with an S, Sons with an S, Pod.
How about that? You're going to see a lot more of us, a lot more of Chinook Seedery.
Yep.
And happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving,
fucking
Chris.
Turkey Day, everybody.
Yeah, everybody drive safe. And we'll talk to you in a couple weeks. Until then, my name is Andrew.
And I'm Chris.
And this is the Coaches Sons Podcast.